Alright, y'all. Here we are. We are gonna continue as I promised, but this time not on Old East, which we already completed in the last stream. You can see we did continue this, by the way. I already had this set, I already had the numbers, but we did noun cases, we did the pronouns, which took probably the longest, and then we did adjective forming, verb modality, the verb conjugations. We did also the vocab, so lexicon. So you can see that resulted in pretty interesting things, such as like vowels that only appear in conjugation, or completely different, not completely, but a little different conjugation forms, like, you know, word final consonant and vowel clusters getting swapped sometimes, which is very nice, I must admit. So now that we did this, now this language, it is mostly regular, because the only thing that really happened and then some changes happened after was like verb conjugation, but we already figured out the pattern to how that changes. However, if you look at other changes, which I will pull up here, you can see that all these are very important changes, by the way, and they should be marked purple, by the way, but not sure why I didn't mark them. So these guys, they are the same, like grammatical changes, except that they happened after all the sound changes, meaning that they are literally just there, they are just suffixed. However, Modern East breaks this entirely, because on Modern East we got, that's right, whopping 29 sound changes. Only one is a grammatical change, which is the dual number getting introduced. Now, to show you how much the East changed, let's take this example sentence, meaning my 2 legs and 2 hands. Tók aktisikistek, jomom tók ibiarak, kermitentam. Now, let's look at the Modern East. Aktedu, jomu, vadu, kit. Yep. You see that correctly. No, you don't see it incorrectly. That is, actually, I'm gonna check. Kermitentam. Is that what one of them ended up as? Genitive. Kermitentam. Yes. Okay, then I did it correctly. if it matches the examples, then I did it correctly. So we can see, very nice. It really oversimplified. Kermitem tamik going to kitank. We got mákot going to mákos. Úszoróromker going to ószúrke. Motmitesk going to mottesk. Omokszem going to omoszki. So you have quite a few changes. Probably the craziest one is the first one. Okko sekomker yakim kettum going to oski yekto. Now, you might be asking, oh well, like how are we gonna do this and all? Now, I so far have been doing this manually, which admittedly isn't the best. It's really not that trustable. Also, let me just check. Okay, so this is the only grammatical change. Number 30 seems to be the only grammatical change. So how we're gonna do this? My answer is that we're gonna use Lexergy, because I am not doing this by hand, and Lexergy is very good for this purpose. So what are we gonna do with Lexergy? Very simple. So we're gonna take all this and compile it down to a bunch of symbols for the sounds we're gonna make, and then a bunch of sound changes, which of course cleanups, because there's gonna be the one cleanup with the vowel length. Since we mark long vowels with reduplication, then that means that we'll always check that there is no 3 of the same next to each other, which then would compile down to 2, and same goes for consonants technically. Alright, Anyway, with yapping out of the way. So, Africa's the fricatives. I think I will rewrite this because like the only Africa that can really appear, I think, is T. Right? Because you don't have Z. So that is the only Africa we really have. And K, maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe K, but that doesn't really matter. So all I'm gonna say is that T goes to a S. I mean, I could just put the romanization there. It's literally the exact same. So what I'm gonna do is, first off, I'm gonna list off everything that is in the base language. You don't have diacritics, thank God. So let's do this. So symbol space for the one consonant, boom. So let's check what consonants we have. Also, here's Lexsearch, by the way. Let's check what consonants we have. M, N. N as an allophone, I don't think we have that. Nor do we have N. Do we have N? No. Then why is it there? M, T, K, S, V, Y, R. Yeah. From W goes to M, D goes to T, W goes to answer lost. W goes to V between vowels. Yeah, that happens. Then for CCV goes to CVC. Then why did I say that there is N and N? There is no N and G. That's only in the Western language, which I'm not gonna make a talk on because it literally just sucks ass. My bad, but it literally isn't that good. So M, T, K, S, V, Y, R. Very good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here we're gonna go to Modern East. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. M, T, ooh, no, T, K. What else was there? S, V, Y, R. S, V, Y, R. Now, voicing. I'm gonna enter voice lines first. This is gonna be also V, Y, R. These guys are voiceless. Now, if you're wondering why I'm entering this, that's because let me go to Lexergy, load, and I have this like very universal template for Lexergy, see, which I'm gonna be using. And it's just basically that I listed off all the places, manners, openness, roundness, roundedness, voice, some extras, types. So you see, I kind of listed off a bunch of things. This is just a universal template that I use every time. So, okay, now let's see, M. So first you go bilabial. B is the only bilabial. Then we got alveolar sounds, which is T, S, and R. K, that's velar. There's no other velar sound. This is labiodental, and this is gonna be a palatal. Now, M. That's a nasal. That's the only nasal. Then we got plosive, sorry, like this. Then we got sib-fricative and ensib-fricative. This is sibilant fricative and non-sibilant fricative. Y is an approximant, and R is a trill. Nice. Now vowels. Symbol, attack. It's a vowel, and it's obviously voiced because there's no voiceless vowels as of right now. So we have E, U, O, E, A, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E, U, O, E, A. Or actually like this. So we got E, that is close, U is close, O is close mid, E is open mid, which by the way I'm just gonna comment here that this is E by the way, and comment here that this is A by the way, as this is open. So E is front, U is back, O is back, E is front, and A is also front. And then E, that's gonna be on the round. Yeah, round and round, that's how I named them. Okay, this is round. O is round, E is unround, and A is also unround. Alright, nice. So we got the base ones. Now, here comes the part where we peek up. So, gemination, don't care. Short E is lost, don't care. Nasal assimilation, only next to stops. Which means that we get to add N and N. So N is gonna be alveolar, and there's gonna be N, which is velar, since those are the two other stops we have. Nice. N and N. Then long R shortens T to S. Oh yeah, short E lost. That technically introduces T, symbol T, which is a consonant. It is voiceless. It's alveolar, and it is a sibilant affricate. Alright, then T goes to S, okay. Fricatives lost between plosives, okay. Coda R lost lengthened vowel, okay. Word final M lost lengthened phoneme. Short vowels lost between, actually lengthened phoneme here too. Short vowels lost between stops, except in last or first syllable, okay. Geminates shorten next to long vowels, okay. Word final A goes to A, so symbol A. It's a vowel, it's voiced, obviously. It is mid and central, and it's also unround. Short vowels lost after fricative, geminates shorten and clustered, okay. Long vowel shift, okay, okay. The next, the new is U. U is the only new one. So symbol U, it's a vowel, it's voiced. It is close, it is front, but it is round, like E. O is not, okay. Long vowels shorten and geminate consonant words. Finally, except the descent consonant is the part of a cluster or word is one syllable. Sure, word final lost. O goes to W. Now, W is important because that's a new consonant technically, because it was lost back then. So it's gonna be a consonant. It is it's voiced, yes. It is labiovelar, and it's an approximant. Okay, W mutation deletes the W, lengthen O, T goes to D, and K goes to G. That's important because then we get T and G, D and G, my bad. So here's D, here's G, D. It is, these are all voiced. This is velar, and yeah, that's the rest is fine. Okay, yeah, long vowel shift, O goes to U, we already have that. Word final short stops, fricatives, T goes sibilant, except in clusters. Well, that means that we have K, right? Which is our only other stop. Well, K will go to H, so symbol H, it's a consonant, it's voiceless. It is velar, and it's a non-sibilant fricative. Then, word final geminate shorten, word final H lost compensatory lengthening, R lost in CV or VC, or word finally compensatory lengthening, U goes to O, cluster of a stop and fricative metathesis, okay. Short vowels lost next to stops, except for the initial and final syllables. Geminates in clusters shorten. Stops followed by non-stops turn into that consonant. Turns into that non-stop consonant, yeah. Numeral to that, okay. So, this is all we have. And now comes, so vowel length, which is propagate and clean up. What it does is it takes a vowel, puts it in register, and there's 3 of them, it turns into only 2. And then there's also geminate propagate cleanup, which means that if you do the same thing with a consonant, so if there's 3 of the same consonants, it just deletes them, you know. And propagate, so cleanup means that it's called after every single sound change. Propagate means that it does it until the word doesn't change anymore, so, you know, just to fix everything. And so, let's begin. M disappears next to consonant. So, I'm just gonna label them numbers, because that's what I do. So, 1. M disappears next to consonants, causing gemination. So, if there's a consonant followed by M, and we're gonna take that consonant, then turns into $1, $1. We do the same thing, but backwards. So if M is here, it does the same. 2. Ooh, now I'm thinking, what if it's between, oh, it cannot be between. Hold on, let me check. I'm pretty sure sometimes it does get into like very odd places. Or is it just doing that? Okay, seems like it doesn't do that. Anyway, also consonant. So it's not M and the consonant, because if it is M, then it would be just doing this forever. So it's not M, but it's a consonant. So short E lost. So 2 short E lost. So E goes silent unless there's an E before it or after it. Three, nasal assimilation only with stops. So if there is a nasal sound, nasal, got it, then it, actually what I'm gonna do is have a consonant here. I think you do $place. Actually, this is not consonant, this is plosive. Then it's gonna have that place, and obviously the consonant stays, so it's good. but I have to check. Oh, hold on. Okay, got it. Hey, 1 second, I gotta check something. Okay, it opened a separate tab. Good. I'm back. So I'm just gonna look down to nasal assimilation. It's in one of these yellow rectangles. So. Yes. So use nasal assimilation, yeah. This is nasal assimilation. Nasal place, except this is cons. Actually not a cons, but a plosive. And also, we're gonna do the same thing for sibilant affricates. Okay, because we have t right there. Okay, good. 4. So number 4 was long vowels short next to geminates. So if there is a vowel and there's 2 of it, and so vowel $1, there's 2 of it, then actually I could just do $1 because I'm lazy. Then replace it with just 1 if there is consonant and it's a geminate, so there's 2 of them, or if the geminate is after. Then number 5, long R shortens. Okay, that's not too bad. So R, so R times 2 goes to R. 6. C goes to S. Very simple. S, S. 7. Fricatives lost between plosives. Okay, so if there is a sib fricative, I think at the time there is only sib fricative. Non-sibilant fricatives comes really late on. Oh, we do have though the. So sib fricative is lost. It occurs between plosive. And we do the same with the, which is a non-sibilant fricative. Then 8. 8, coda R, lost lengthened phoneme. How the hell do I decide if it's a coda R? Okay, I'm gonna say that R after vowels lost, lengthen vowel. So 8 is R. So there's a vowel, store it, R turns into that vowel twice. No, hold on. R after vowels, yes, okay. I did it correctly. Then there's 9. Word final M lost lengthen phoneme, okay. So there's any kind of, any wild card, you know, followed by M. Of course, because it thinks that it's smarter than me. That turns into that. Alright, then. Short vowels lost between stops, except in the first or last syllable. I actually know how to do that. So short vowels, right? So there's a no. Here's a plosive. So here's a plosive. Then a vowel. Then another plosive. That Oh, I need to save these guys, yeah, just remembered. So that turns into this, unless this, and say there is any kind of consonants, you know, like fucking any amount from 0 to any, and then before that is a word boundary, and also if optionally there's any amount of oh no, let's do them separately, or hold on, so there's any amount of consonants and a word boundary, and so unless it's in the first, but this still affects the last syllable, right? And so for first syllable, and then we say that there's some consonants after this and a vowel, but then but single syllable words won't change either, so, and there's a vowel there, right? Yeah, I think this works, and all I have to do is swap these two. So this is the word final version, where there's a vowel, some amount of consonants, the plosive itself, the vowel itself, the plosive itself, some amount of consonants, and then the end of the word, right? I think this works. Obviously I'm gonna paste these guys in to Lexergy, and here we go. So I'm just gonna test this, all right? I'm gonna test this. So if I say some kind of nemate, and then we do some kind of tokure, my bad. Ika tuto, something like that. Okay, so that oh no. Something didn't work. Something didn't work. Okay, so so it's not supposed to delete the O there. So I'm gonna say trace evolution. I said trace evolution to no, not don't show it. No. Thanks. That helps. Okay. Doesn't help a lot. So that means that here it said there are two stops, yeah? And there was some consonant word, yes. But that is unless, and then there's some consonants, any amount, and then a vowel. But this is the unless part. Huh? What? Okay, better idea. So what if instead of doing the unless, I say that this occurs, right? And I say that there is some amount of consonants here, and then there's a vowel. And then I do the same for the other side. So there's a consonant here, any amount, and then there's a vowel here. Because what this means is that if it looks at like one of these trios, and then it checks if there are any surrounding vowels, because if there are, that means that it cannot be either the first or last syllable. So I'm just gonna there we go. Yes, fuck. No, not the second one doesn't work. Okay, check the docs. Repetition. Where's repetition? It's somewhere here. Repetition. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Where's the repetition? The third rules. No. No. Where is it? I. Alright, where is it? What? Where the hell did it go? What? Maybe here? No, that's a bit high. No. Where the hell could repetition be? I'm pretty sure that the star... oh, here it is. I just skipped over this. The plus at least one. 0 or more copies. Stress the vowel, and that's what regardless of any glides at the constant. Okay. So, at least one. Huh? In the environment, yeah, is meaningless because it's the edge of the environment. Just use vowel. Okay. I got scolded, guys. So, why is it not working? Any amount of consonant, and then a vowel. What? What? What is this? What the hell is this? Okay. Better idea. Delete all this weird part. And so say that a vowel gets lost if there is a plosive here, any amount of consonants there. Why the fuck are you not working? Jesus Christ. I said that what? Huh? Why? If anyone watching right now has an idea why it's not working, please tell me, because I am genuinely confused why it doesn't want to work. Oh my fucking god. Like, this is a vowel, yeah? It finds it. Checks the surroundings. T is a plosive, right? I didn't misdefine it. It's a plosive. There is a plosive. Then there's any amount of consonants. Star meaning that it could be also 0. There's 0. And then vowel. There's an A and there's an O. Oh, wait a minute. It doesn't recognize O because it doesn't know what that is. Oh my god, this was the problem the entire time. Oh no. Icatto, but that's correct now. Good. It works, gentlemen. I figured out why I'm so stupid. Good. Oh my god. Oh, what? Huh? What did I press? Oh, I pressed home. Okay. So, back here. Let's go. 11. I should probably give these guys better names, but I don't have any better ideas. I don't want to be too creative, you know? Geminates. Shorten next to long vowels. Wait, hold on. What? Yeah, okay. Oh, geminates shorten. Okay. So, we take a consonant times 2. No. Consonant $1. $1 turns into $1 null if there is a vowel times 2. Boom. Do the same thing where it's on the other side. Boom. Okay, done. That wasn't too hard. Alright, what is 12? Word final A goes to So, first off we do A goes to then oh wait, I forgot the condition, hold on. If it occurs word finally. 13. Alright. Short vowels lost after a fricative. Okay. So vowel is lost if before it, let's say a sip fricative, and then after it is anything that's non-vowel, so a consonant. And we do the same thing with non-sibilant fricatives. Right? Short vowels lost after a fricative. Alright. Oh wait. Consonant, yes, and also word boundaries count because technically they are still, you know, after. Yeah. So, wait, could I say not a vowel? Let me check that. So that means that we have a, hold on, let me copy paste because I'm lazy to type it out again. Wait, no, that's not the rule. Now hold on, I need this one. I didn't even copy it. So this is the rule, right? And if I say that is not a vowel, anything but a vowel, then if I say sa, te, se, stese. Okay, so it doesn't recognize word boundaries as non-vowels. Okay, good to know. Then I'm keeping it like this. 14. Alright, so what is number 14? Number 14 is geminates shorten in clusters. So if we have any consonant, $1, $1, it goes to $1 null if and only if there's a consonant next to it here. And we do the same thing for the opposite if there's a consonant after it. Nice. And between vowels it doesn't really do that. So, no. 15 plus 15. 15 is long vowel shift. Okay, that's very straightforward, I think. E, A, U, O are affected, so E, I, A, U, and O, or O, not the English O, but the O. So long E goes to long E goes to short E, long A goes to E, long U goes to U, I think, and long O goes to O. Alright, good. 16. Number 16 is long vowels shorten and geminate consonant word finally, except if the same consonant is part of a cluster or the word is one syllable. That's a lot of information. So, there is a consonant here. $1, and then there's a vowel, $2, $2. That turns into $1, $2 if first off it occurs word finally, obviously, and that there is it's a not $1 before it, so the consonant isn't the geminate itself. Or actually no, we don't care about that because geminates will be handled either way, so right? Long vowel short and geminate. Yeah. So if it's a word final, unless, and there is a word of boundary, some amount of consonants, 0 to any, and then here we are, right? Oh wait, that's a double slash. Oh, sorry. So basically, it detects this, right? And if it detects that there is any amount of consonants and then a word boundary, so there is no vowel before it, then it doesn't do it, I think. I'm gonna test this just to make sure that it works. So we're gonna enter some examples. There's gonna be ta, for example, for a one syllable word. There's gonna be eta for the same, and then there's gonna be eta. You get ta, good, eta, and eta. Oh, because it's not supposed. Okay, no, I'm not using a anymore because I can't really pay attention. So te, ette, and ette. Good, good. It works. So I can just. So it works. 17. What's 17? Word final lost. So it's gonna be propagating. So is lost word finally. The reason why it's propagating is because if it's a long somehow at the end of the word, then even the long gets lost. 18. What is 18? Let's see. O goes to wo. Fairly straightforward. 19 is gonna be the wo mutation, right? Yeah, wo mutation, that is the wo lengthens the O. So Conlang, oh yeah. It's one of the daughter languages. It's actually a continuation of one of the daughter languages, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm first gonna transcribe all the sound changes and stuff into Lexergy probably, because I am not doing this by hand because that's really hard to do. So anyway, so wo mutation. This is the wo lengthen the O. Okay. So if we have a, so this affects t and k, followed by a w, followed by an o, that goes to d and g, o, o. And then we have 20. 20 is long vowel. Also, by the way, this should be purple because it's manual. So long vowel shift, long o to long u. Okay. Also, doesn't long u get affected sometime? Oh no, that's just general, just not just long vowels. Okay. So long o goes to long u to 21. And that's right, I'm writing it as one word because I cannot use spaces and I'm lazy to use dashes and stuff. Word final short stops go to fricatives, T goes sibilant, excepting clusters. Okay. So word final stops, that includes a whopping t and k. So t and k goes to s and h, and then only if it's word final, except, what is this? Oh. Except if before it is another consonant, any kind of consonant. Alright, 22. What's 22? Word final geminate shorten. That's fairly simple. Consonant $1 goes to $1 star. If it occurs, word finally. That's it. 23. Not sure what that is. What's Chilean? Yeah, okay. I am not reading that out loud. I can't even read that. Anyway, 23 is word final h lost compensate. The relengthening. Good. Anything can be there. Doesn't matter. $1 followed by h turns into $1. Word finally. Alright, so that means, yeah, that's good, okay. 24. 24, let's see. R lost in S, V, or V, S, or word finally. What? Word finally? Compensate 39. Okay, what is this? It's a constructed language, that is what it is. And I'm currently making some changes into, like, I'm currently making some changes automated. Forward finally. Okay. So r. So we need vowel r, any consonant turns into $1. Oh, it should be $2 there. My bad. Then we do the same thing where the consonant, so consonant, vowel, and then that, and then also word finally, we do vowel, followed by R, turns into this vowel if it's word final. Yes. Oh Jesus, I can't even type anymore. 25. 25 is U goes to O. That's very simple. 26. 26 is cluster of a stop and a fricative metathesize, and I finally can pronounce it properly. So stops, well, that's just plosives. Plosive, followed by plosive fricative first. And I should have given them the signs $1, $2. I said 2, Jesus, 2. Turns into $2, $1. And then we do the same thing with non-sibilant fricatives. And to my best knowledge, we don't have affricates. I think we don't have affricates now because T got turned into S, and ever since then there was no way that they could, you know, be reincarnated. Anyway, short vowels lost next to stops except when word initial final syllables. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. 27. So how do we want to do this? So a vowel is lost if there is a vowel, then some amount of consonants, but now it has to be at least one, and then wait, no, next to plosives. So if there is a plosive here, any amount of consonants, but at least like one, because it cannot be a long vowel. And like this, maybe there's a vowel. So if and then we do the same thing where this is any amount of consonant but at least one, right? And then any amount of consonants, but before that we have a plosive. I'm gonna test this, but I feel like that this is not gonna work the way I intended. So etamer, for example, turns into etamer. That should have disappeared. That a should, no, because again I forgot that it's not that a. Okay, that works. And what about mater, emter? Okay, and if it's a long a, yes, perfect, perfect. I nailed it. I nailed it. Alright, nice. And 27 only affected short vowels, right? Yeah. So, 28, geminates in clusters shorten. That's pretty simple. 8. Already have so many of these. So it disappears if there's a consonant after. Or, well, preceding it and then after, you know, like that. Then we got 29. 29 is stops followed by a non-stop consonant turn into that non-stop consonant. So we have a plosive followed by any consonant that is not a plosive, which seems a bit unnatural to me. I don't know why it wouldn't geminate if I don't know. Who am I to judge that it was, you know, like 11 p.m. by the time I was at 29, so yes, that turns into that. And that is 29. And wait, that's all the sound changes. Let's go. That's goated. So you can finally paste in all the sound changes we have made so far. And we can actually finally test it with one of our examples. So expected output is oski yekto from this. Alright. Oski. We got a short E though. Alright, trace evolution. I mean, we can also do that. So applied one. Okay, so that was the M. No, I'm curious why the long E. So number 16, where a consonant followed by a vowel do, yeah? Okoski. Why do I feel like I ignored the part of rule 16? It's suspicious. Except the set consonant is part of like a consonant cluster. Except, okay, so yeah, if it occurs word finally, except if the word is one syllable, or that there is a consonant before it. Ah, okay. So I can do, like, there's a consonant before it, then it's already not gonna do that. So actually, consonant and not $1. So how did I do this? Not $1 and consonant and at least 0 of it, maybe. So maybe that works. Okoski still turns it. Hold on. Isn't it supposed to be Yekatu by the time? Or was I just doing it incorrectly? Like when I was doing it manually? That, I mean, that may be the Kinketum. I mean, I don't know. Oski. Okay, so Okoski should stay as Okoski. So yeah, unless there's a word final and then it is not the consonant before, it's not a geminate, and it is a consonant, At least 0 times. Okay. How about this? We get rid of that. So the consonant, except if word is 1 syllable. So what if I say that? What if I just ignore the fact that it cannot be the same consonant? Then we got oski. Oski ekto. Oski, 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 oski. Yeah, makes sense. Oski. Oof. Was that some kind of 28? What was 28? Oh, gemination with the consonant thingamabobs. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Well, that means that, what did I do? Jesus. So, that's supposed to be oskiekto. Okay. Nice. Next sentence. Aksororo kukokot omoksem. Expected outcome is askorgukos omoski. Huh? What? Oh no, what happened? That's not good. Kalina. Oh no, so there was like there was a lot of O's, yeah? When did it go? So it went wo. You ever hear the tragedy of dark plagues and wise? No, I didn't. Actual Kwokot Woksi Actual Gokot. Wait a minute, how did that remain as a long vowel? Hold on. Isn't there a rule where like they shorten next to geminates? Or like vowels shorten next to geminates? Like long vowels, you know? Yeah. Geminates shorten in clusters. Short vowels lost after a fricative. Short vowels lost, no. But here it is, rule number 4. Long vowels short next to geminates. Rule number 4. And then it did the rule 8, which got rid of R. Wait a minute, hold on. What is rule 8? R after vowels lost, lengthen vowel, but not lengthen vowel. I forgot that except between vowels. It does not do that between vowels. So unless that after that occurs another vowel. Yes. I forgot that part. So where's rule number 8? Here it is. Askorgukos vossi, but it's still vossi. And what is the expected one? Omoski. Huh? Wait, what happened to... Oh no, did it also delete M? Oh, for number 9, any M. Because it's supposed to copy a consonant, not a... Askorgukos omosm. Closer by one step. We're closer by one step. What is 9 actually? Hold on, now I'm curious. What is number 9? Word final m lost. Lengthen the phoneme. Oh, did I forget the word final aspect of it? Yes, I did. Okay, great, great, great. No worries, no worries, we're fixing it. Ascorgukos omossi. One step closer, my man. One step closer. Wait, what is it? Omoski. How was it? When did that omoksi? Oh, I understand why. Okay, no worries, no worries, no worries. It's fine. I understand why. I made a change in one of the rules, and that is why it ends up as almost C. But it got the verb right. So askorgukos is good. Almost C. Okay, not a problem. Next one. Tok aktisikistek yomom tok ivyarak kermi temtam. This is supposed to end up as, well, technically after the sanchez, du akte yomu du va kit. So that's how it's supposed to end up. Might change because of I made some changes in some rules, but we'll see. So you got du akste yomwo du iviara. Oh, I just realized I forgot an important part about wa. I forgot a very important part about wa. It being that wa, right, after this, and then so we take the consonant wa, or actually no, and then after that wa goes back to o. Actually no, hold on, I just realized that I can do this if the w follows it, and then w goes to o. So I'm gonna change up rule 19 a bit. Where is rule 19? There we go. Du akste yomu du iviara kerit. Now that's odd. Okay. Let's trace word by word, okay? Talk. Aktis istek. Talk. Iviarak. Kermitenta. Right? Du ended up good. Yomu, good. Akste is interesting. Because how did it end? Okay. Aktiskistek from short E loss between plosives. Yeah. Aktiskistek to aktiskistech. Aktiskistech. Aktiskiste. Aktiskiste. Aktskste. Was it only 27? Vowel lost it. There was a short E loss. Number 2. Which said that short E gets lost. Oh, unless I forgot that it's one extra little thingamabob. Well, now we're doing all of them. Aktkte. How does that happen? Aktstek. Aktstek. I'm pretty sure that 6 is supposed to apply due to ts existing. Why doesn't it do that? Okay, now that's the weird part. Because rule 6 says that ts goes to s unconditionally. Now what happened here? Okay, what if I separate it? Akstek, akte. I think it is akte. Okay. So sorry, you're not invited to the party. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave it in because, you know, God knows what will happen. So, and akte, long by the way. And it is in fact long. Yes! Okay, let's see the rest. Du akte yomu du va kit. Which I think... Actually, why am I doing that? I could just copy paste the actual sentence here. This seems very promising because if I go ahead, paste it in and move the do after, then in fact it is the same. So that is good. I did that one correctly. But now we have to do the rest because apparently I kind of forgot about some rules. Oski jekto. Okay, still the same. Oski jekto. Okay, what about the second one? I think that shouldn't change. And yeah, it is the same. Okay, good. Now, this also works. So the last one is us rorom ker motmitesk omoksem makot ker mitem tamik. And we should expect to see osurke motesk omoski mekos kitang. Well, omoski is probably gonna be like omossi, but ignore that for now. We get osurki. Yeah, I'm definitely checking that out. Motesk, I think that is correct. Omossi, yes. Mekos kitang. It actually got it right, except that obviously the n symbol is just so that it's different from n because you cannot define two symbols as the same. But it seems mostly the same. I'm just gonna paste it in to see. Motesk omossi. Okay, I understand that one. And the rest is good. I'm actually interested in how osurke interacted. So trace evolution, obviously of the only one that is. Yeah, there was a cleanup. What happened to the long E? Oh, I probably forgot to apply the vowel change to it and make it E. Oh, it actually makes sense. Okay. Well, that means yippee! We got our modern East sentences. Thank God. Okay, now I just have to take this and paste it in like into my docs one last time because I'm pretty sure I did forget to update some of them. So just scroll through and boom. In fact, I did update something because it moved by one whole row. Alright, well, this is very pleasant because now I can just transcribe any word, which is very nice. Now, modernist, my dear. So, consonants. I think actually the funny thing is that the vowel inventory is actually the exact same. So I remember joking about that, like how I didn't type anyone, I was just, you know, joking to myself. But literally the vowel chart of modernist is the exact same thing as it is for the Old East. So the vowels shifted around a lot, but in the end I accidentally made them the exact same that they used to be. Also, let's switch to this pleasant blue color. Now, there's gonna be n, I know that. There's also gonna be n. There's n, but I think both n and ng are actually allophones, so this is shown with a n. We do get the, and we do get g. I can't even speak, Jesus. What else happens? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Stop. Forget. Okay. Okay. Pretty sure that consonants didn't change a whole lot. H disappeared, W disappeared, C didn't really even appear in the first place. The, G are kept, yeah. Vowels and U both are gone, so actually, yeah, then we got the complete chart. So we got M, N, N, T, D, K, G, S, V, Y, R. And our vowels are this good old same E, E, U, U, O, O, E, E, A, A. Nice. Nice. Okay. Only thing left is to do everything else. Okay, let's do this shit. Okay. Dear God, this is gonna take. No. The entire thing, please. Alright. All these are together. Blue background. Also, why do they always like decenter? Why did they go back to this? I don't understand. Why does it break? Oh my goodness, all of them broke. Oh no. Oh dear. There we go. Looks much better now. And now all we have to do is grab all of these numbers and bring them to the sound changes. Yippee yay. So I gotta go over here. Mos, muros, mokos, motkos, and murtkos. Okay. Sure, buddy. Sure. Next is 1. Estes, estkes. Okay. Seems like more of them fused, because here they also used to be like esat and also estkes, esatkes, and estetkes. Well, seems like more of them fused. Well, it's actually interesting though. Hold on, guys. That is actually quite the interesting thing. Because 2 still has a form that begins with T. Like we got du, dukos, and duktkos. Which I don't know why I made that, but then we got tokkos. Interesting, huh? Okay. Komtut and komtutkot. Kottus and kotkos. Alright. By the way, I should really just unmerge these guys. Skotos and skotkos. Then 5, which is really unique because it has like a million forms. Ooh, that's interesting. Rem, remes, remaras, remaros, remekes, remetkes, remartkes, remartket. How did it end up with the word final T? Takis, tarras, tarros, taquiques, taquitkes, tartkes, Tartkes. How does Tartkes survive? Now that's my question now. The last one. 29. Oh, because that does the assimilation thing. Oh yeah. That's after the Geminate short. Yeah, makes sense. Alright. Next one is 7. Ez a ukko, ukos, ukoros, ukokos, ukotkos, and ukortkos. Barely any differences, by the way, between these forms. Although, who am I to blame? Myself, right? Oh, this is also going to be funny. Stoktkos. that hurts to pronounce. Stotkos. But it sounds cool, no? Stotkos. Seat, Siimas, Siitkes, and Siimtkes. Oof. Okay, let's go with Kirat and Kiratka. Hopefully they're not too bad. No! Not the inspect element. Kas and Katkes. Oh, that's very friendly. Okay, let's look at Ramkost, which, by the way, that was Oce Ramkost, or Romkost as the today's generation calls it. Rokost, Rokost, Rostos, Rostkos, Rostkos, Rostkos. Okay. Nice. Well, then technically Tsui is still part of the party. So, huh? Who invited you? All right, so we need sibilant affricate, and there's Tse, literally. Yay! Now we can fuse the rest of the chart together. Also, I just noticed that the number is also decentralized. God damn. Stokos versus Stokos. And then Stoktkos. It's really hard to say though. Seed, Siimas, Siitkes, and Siimtkes. Kas and Katkes. Rokos és Rostos. Rostkos, yeah. Utsos és Utstkos. Now that's now even more interesting. Although it did certainly fuse some aspects. Actually, hold on, I have an idea. There we go. Now it's in one line, right? Yeah. So I can check the differences. What fused? Yeah, here it fused the inanimate. Oh, also one fused the ordinal part into East Xts, and here Est and Esat both went to Est. '11 fused Rokkost from Romkost and Romkosot, and also Romkostkot and Romkosotkot into, and also Romkostotkot into Rostkos. Interesting. Interesting to say the least. Well, this is nice so far. What was the time, by the way? 1:53. God damn. All right. Noun cases. Yay! They are gonna be so goddamn fusional. They are gonna be so goddamn fusional that no man has ever seen such an example. Oh my goodness. Oh. But I gotta check the base forms, but I guess I also gotta check like how it interacts when you like actually, you know, have it next to a word. Alright, so that the blue. Oh wait, I forgot to set this one to the bluish tint. Set it to the bluish tint as well. There we go. So Alright. Well, I mean, I don't have other choice other than the fact that I have to unmerge all of these and start performing all the sound changes. First column. What? Oh, hold on. I gotta remove the dashes. All right. This is not going to be effective. I don't know how to do noun cases yet. I'm going to ignore that for now. Oh. Yeah, pronouns. Those do evolve on their own. Since they are already conjugated, you know. Oh, it broke all of the centralization. It broke all of it. Oh no. There we go. So I think Lexergy does actually is actually friendly enough to allow you to do this. Oh, it does unmerge them though. Okay, now. I'm just gonna do column by column. Also, I gotta unmerge. Oh, that's a problem though, because these use slashes. Actually, I might replace the slashes with space. Yeah, don't mind that. Aite, oite. Oh, this is the funniest thing. Look, ki, kerte, ti, temte. But then you got tikos and tikte, or okos, okte. So it seems like that generally te is the plural suffix, but it completely changes the word. Great. Yay, more fucking irregularities. Alright, let's look at how did accusative kisi, tessi, diitsi, diitsi, otsi, misi, merassi, merossi, aisi, oisi. Interesting, to say the least. I should change the coloring of that. And also change, fucking close some tabs because I don't need them. Okay. 1 second, sweethearts, and I'll be back. I will just close some tabs because there are too much of them open. Alright. There we go. Now, we can finally do this in peace. There we go. Oh, tempt. Tempt. Hell yeah. Okay, that's interesting. So, genitive kiet, tement, tiikt, okt, miist, merastet or merostet, akeit, okait, aitet, oitet. I'm curious what it does with the O. Well, it did significantly shorten. So we got kiimte, tamante, tiikmte, okmte, miismte, merasmte, merosmte, aimte or oimte, and ainte or ointe. I don't know if I like that or not. The problem is, I think what I'm gonna do is any kind of nasal fuses. So, nasal assimilation, but with nasals as well. Like maybe. Alright. Well, Oh, 1 second, my loves. I just need to reopen a tab I closed. Hold on. This one, yes, perfect. And so before that happens, before the numeral 2 affixes, nasals next to each other assimilate. So that's gonna be 30. And somehow, oh wait, sorry, I forgot to turn it back. Hold on. Sorry. Here it is. So 30. So I'm supposed to. I think this is gonna be. Wait, 30. Oh yeah, it is 30. Okay. So what we're gonna do is that what's the nasal assimilation rule? Because I'm pretty sure I can just copy it. Yeah, here it is. So 30 uses this, but instead uses nasals, and I'll make it propagate. Now I'm curious. Okay. Aimde and oimde. Actually, you know what? Let's just do consonant. What if I do consonant? Kinde, tende, tikende, oknde, misende, mrasende, mrosende, ainde, oinde, ainde, oinde. Okay. Good. I'm just doing nasal assimilation. Nasal assimilation. But really complicated. 3 question marks maybe, depending on how you view it. Alright, well that means that we can swiftly unmerge everything again and restart. And also unmerge these. So, in fact, what am I doing? I could just I should actually just copy paste the. Yeah, except I wanted to send this to be centered, you know. I want text to be centered to the box's middle. Okay, now we can do unmerging. Alright, let's do this again and also replace slash with a space. So, let's start. There we go. Oh no, oh no. Oh dear, I'm busy. Problem is, if I don't think for too long and I start feeling busy, that's probably the sign that I will soon faint, which probably isn't good. Just a hunch though. No. Yeah, it looks a bit more pronounceable, in all honesty. Why did it put it to the center here? Oh, it didn't. I'm just schizophrenic. No, by the way, I'm not schizophrenic. Don't take that seriously. I am obviously not schizophrenic. If I would be very soon in a hospital. But since I'm not schizophrenic, I don't have to be in a hospital or any kind of building. No, only horizontally. Also, I'm thinking of affricates going to fricatives. Well, then that means that doesn't actually exist no more, because this went to a what is it called? Fricative, yeah. One second, and I'll re-enable the screen. Just again, I have to document. Oh wait, this is pinned. Oh, well, I kind of forgot that. And 1 second, don't be impatient. 1 second, and I'm turning it back on. Okay, I think I finished, so I can turn the screen back on. Here we go. So hit, tend, tikt, okt, mist, merastet, merostet, akeit, okeit, aitet, oitet. Okay, that's simply nice. What does it do with the plural? We got kinte, tente, tigente, okente, misente, merasente, merosente, ainte, and ointe. Alright, sure. You can see actually that it kind of fused. Are they in the around? You can see that they did fuse in some places. Anyway. Ooh, that's interesting. Causal final is pretty similar to genitive. That's actually completely on accident. So you can see that first person singular causal final is keet, but it's the same as the first person genitive, keet. or tikt, okt, mist. Akate and akate is the same, but okate went to oidu. Aitet went to akate actually, and oitet and oidu. Fairly interesting. Ooh, I saw that. This has some very interesting stuff. Kirte, terte, tikrte, okrte, miserte, merasente, merosente, which is the same as the genitive, airte and oirte. So what it seems like is that the nucleus can be a nasal or even a trill. Well, that's actually very interesting though. It's not annoying, it's actually very unique. So we got kiekt, tekt, tiekt, tiekt, okt, miskt, meraskt, meroskt, aikto, oikto, aiket, oiket, aikto, oikto. Kiekt, tekt, tiekt. How does okay. Tikt, 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 tikt. I'm actually gonna say, what if repeated syllables just as is get deleted? Like repeated syllables. I don't think I can do that with sound change, or at least it's very hard to do. Would make this tiekt and okt. So again, I'm gonna turn it off. That's because I just don't want you to see my browser, because why the would I do that? Okay, modern East. Repeated consonant sequences shorten to one copy, which again is manual, so I will turn the screen back on. There we go. So actually it should be repeated stop sequences. No, not capital. Kieknte, teknte, tiektknte, oktknte, Miskente. Miskente, my bad. Meraskente, meroskente. Aikente, oikente, aikte, aikte, oikte, aikente, oikente, okay. Those are normal. He, which is the same with nominative. We got tank, tikotk, okotk, misk, merask, merosk, akaik, oyu. Actually, I have a better idea. So stop clusters geminate, which makes 32, which means I have to restart again. Yippee, I guess. 32, so what we're gonna do, 32 is actually also propagate. But instead of being a nasal, so instead we're gonna take any plosive and it turns, so plosive, $1, $1, $1. Oh my god, I have to restart again. Yay. I don't know how many more times I'm gonna have to restart, but it's definitely gonna take a while. Unmerge. Also replace slash with a space. Tet, tit, mist, merast, merosto, akeit, oidu. Kit, tet, tit, ot, mist, mist, merast, merost, aito, aito, oito, taiket, oiket, no aiket and oiket, aito, oito. Tente, which, well, nasal assimilation, so tente, tente. Well, here's the here's the pronoun chart. Now, I want to point out some funny things. Commentative singular and nominative singular are the same for the first person. The second person singular commentative is right. Yeah, that's actually unique. No, okay. What? How did? Plosive, plosive. Yeah. They assimilate. Okay, what did teeth come from? Is the second to higher singular in NS. Second to higher. It propagates from the end. That means from the end. Okay. Okay, what if I say right to left? Okay, apparently that was the issue. That it wasn't right to left. Are you telling me that all of these are incorrect? No, I can't. I'm losing it. I am actually losing it. Jesus Christ. Well, manual fixing time. I'll go through each and every of them and fuck. Because I am not redoing this whole chart again. T3. Oh, forgot one of the. Dikande. Sözlem ott kende. Okende. Meras. It literally stayed the same. And this is third person. Well, it's animate, so. S is syllabic as well. Xts. Oxte. Miste. Meroste. Tidu. Oddu. Misdu. Marasto. Okay, these are fine. Again, another one wrong. Another one wrong. Tigu. Ogu. Titrte. Okay. Wow. That's a lot of work, but voila. Pronouns. I don't know how much of them. I literally have no clue how much there is, but there's a lot of suppletion and shit. So yeah. EPA 43 plus 46 plus 46 plus 27. Wow. Oh yeah, by the way, recoloring time. Because it looks out of place if it's purple. So it should match the color. Yay. And now I just get a color these guys. Nice. Oh, also. The board. Oh. No. What? Oh no. Hold on. There we go. Got that. Alright, so from what I see, syllable structure is something along the lines of C V V C C V V C C. Right, for word final stuff. CVVCC, C, because of geminates. These two seem to be off. This is number 2. This is number 2. Oh, but this is under dark blue. This is also under dark blue. This is also under dark. What? What the fuck? Anyway, CVVCC, from the looks of it, the max. And to me it seems that vowel also contains well, it contains r, n, probably n, I'd say. N, I wouldn't sell for that, but I mean, probably there's also n. Also s. So we got like 5 extra phonemes as vowels. Also, these both end in oo. Is that like any like a consonants? What did they end in? And or. Oh, but both of those disappeared, huh? Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Old East and Modern East. I don't know. I'm gonna do the cases later. Not sure how I'm supposed to guess them. I'm not sure. Anyway, now that we're here, the examples, I'm pretty sure I should run those through again. Okay, that's all the examples. Oski jetto. Askorgúkos omossi. Attedu jomu vádu kit. O surki mottesk omossi mekos kitang. Kit here is the possessive genitive singular, yeah, kit, and not the causal final, which is also kit because I probably didn't pay attention that much. I think that is it for today. For anyone who watched the stream, even if for 3 seconds, doesn't matter. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice day, afternoon, night, or morning. And see you sometime later. I will make sure to try and post at least videos or something. You know, it's just that school has been taking a toll on me, but it's fine.